Hello and welcome back everyone to another episode of My Big Fat Journey, where today we have some numbers to go over. Starting off with the fact that yes, we are back to having losses, where we just had a 2.1 pound gain, a 0.4 pound gain, and now a 3.2 pound loss. So thank God everything turned back around. So last week weighed in at 265.0 and this morning 261.8, which was absolutely lovely to see. Has me kind of breathing a sigh of relief because you go back-to-back weight gains where one had a cheat weekend involved, which was understandable, but then the next one was also a weight gain. I didn't know how to take that one. I really didn't. It just made me really, really nervous. Having a weight loss now officially and getting back to a new record low where the previous record was 262.5 and now we are 0.7 pounds beyond that. So very, very happy with that. And potentially next week, who knows, maybe we'll finally drop into the 250s. That would be absolutely incredible if I could get there. And I'm not holding my breath out for it, but that would be nice to get to the 250s. The one thing though I tested this week is something that doesn't really make sense. And I feel like I'm going to experiment with this for this next week as well. And that is night snacking. It's something that I've been balancing back and forth. Cut the night snacking, don't cut the night snacking. If I cut it, it seems like I'm losing less weight. It seems like my body kind of goes into like a starvation mode almost. So this last week, I did night snack controllably. I only limited myself to one Weight Watchers snack. That's usually 1 to 2 carbs, along with some Parmesan crisps. Very, very keto stuff. Very, very keto. But enough that just satisfied, along with, of course, water. But like, if I go a week without doing anything at night, it seems like my body does go into the starvation mode of where I don't lose as much weight. So I don't know. I feel like the logic isn't there because it's more calories and more fat entering the body that I have to burn. But if it's sending me into a state of not burning stuff, then what's the point? So I don't know. I really don't know. I'm gonna play around with it again this week, doing the same thing again at night, and then maybe having just a little bit of something before that 8 p.m. deadline. Maybe that's what needs to happen. I don't know. But I don't break the 8 p.m. deadline. Once that 8 p.m. deadline happens, regardless, that's cut off. I don't want to put anything in my body beyond that point because otherwise that is going to just turn to fat when you go to bed. By the way, the little man is very, very sick. He has been sick this whole week, and hopefully this week we'll start getting him a little bit better. But he is he's still very lovey. He's still very purry. He's a very, very happy boy, aren't you? You're just a little under the weather. Like, his meower was completely broken earlier this week. It was sad. I thought something might have been wrong with him. And sure enough, like, now he's got like a good little fever going on. He'll be fine though. He always pulls through. So yeah, having the good weigh-in this week was something that I definitely needed, because if it was another weight gain, it would have been another time of me questioning what's going on. What do I need to do? Where this tells me that yes, I am doing things right and appropriately still, just something was off for a little bit. Perhaps it took me longer to get back into ketosis again. That might be the case. It just took longer this time. Yeah. I do not have another cheat day for a little while now. We have a good little cool down until another 2 weeks from now. That'll be when Thanksgiving happens on the 25th. That is the next cheat that I plan on taking, I believe. And then from there, because that'll be the cheat for November, and then the cheat for December, of course, will be Christmas. And it'll be that the 20th through the 1st. So those 2 weeks, taking those off. So I'm very, very excited for that break, by the way, because there are some things that I do want to try within my moderation. and then like trying out a regular diet and just seeing how it goes. Because I would like to not gain any more than like, I think 7 pounds would be acceptable and wouldn't scare me too much for 2 weeks of like transitioning back into a regular diet. And because I imagine I'm going to put on a little bit just because the body's metabolism will have to readjust and whatnot. Yeah, I don't want to shock the body too much. Because like when I was in Florida, I tried literally everything that I wanted to, and it was just very much, ooh, I haven't had that, I want to sample that. Ooh, I want that, I want to sample that. And I don't want to do that this time. Like the only things that I will sample and enjoy is going to be the holiday stuff, like eggnog. If I can find a pumpkin spiced roll, I haven't had one of those this season. And then maybe a candy cane or something like that, something Christmassy. Like that would be about the extent of what I would be doing. Anything beyond that, though, not really needed. It'll just be trying some different foods, like having chicken tenders and going by a serving size on that, and then maybe like a serving of like low-fat baked potato chips or something like that, and then just seeing how I can do with that type of a diet. Really focusing to portion controls and whatnot and trying to stick to like a 2,000 calorie diet. Beyond that, we'll just have to see what happens. It's gonna be fun. But other than that, this week has just been kind of a reflection week mentally for me, because I've been doing things and doing more things that a year ago I wouldn't be able to do as easily. And it just makes me feel a lot better, because like a year ago at this point, I felt pretty good about how the journey was going, but I wouldn't have thought I would be 200 pounds from here. I mean, where was I a year ago? Around this time last year, I was at 369 pounds. I was at 105 pounds lost. Wow. I lost a lot of weight fast. It was just melting off in the beginning. Now it's just trickling off now. Yeah, it's just been interesting. Like just the little things in my life of, if I want to go and get new pants, I can get new pants and not have to special order them. If there's a tight space at work that I need to get back into to try and get a product, I can get back there usually now. It's not like I have to have the skinny guy go back there for me. I can jump higher now, and it's a weird transition into being more normal. It's cool, but it's interesting trying to relearn things that I couldn't do before. But yeah, I had a lot of those this last week. Just a lot of moments like that of, you couldn't do this before, but now you can. Good job, essentially. But I think that is going to do it for this week, though. Nothing too much else to report on right now. Hopefully next week we have a similar pattern, have another weight loss of, it would be nice to see another 2 pounds just to get us to that 150 mark, or 250. It'd be nice to hear 250 something. I don't care if it's 259.9. I'll take it. Just so long as I can hear 250. That's what I would like to hear. So hopefully we can achieve that by next weekend. I'm going to continue with the light night snacking and see if there's something there. There might be. We'll just have to wait and see. And hopefully this one gets a little bit healthier. But anyways, if you didn't see that, that was the last video that I posted yesterday, I believe, pending if I upload things appropriately. But yeah, I do have that, and I'm really, really happy with how that looks over my shoulder. It gives something else over here on this side. So I really like it. But anyways, that's going to do it for this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys back here next week. Good night.